Imagine this. You're walking down the street, and suddenly everything freezes. Birds hang motionless in the air. People stop mid-step. Then, time begins to flow, backward. Your breath returns to your lungs. The words you just spoke are sucked back into your mouth. Rain rises from the ground to the clouds. The sun moves back toward the horizon. What if this wasn't just science fiction? What if the universe could actually rewind itself, like a movie on reverse? It sounds impossible. But some of the most brilliant minds in science have asked the same question. Can time go backward? And if it could, what would it mean for life, death, and the very fabric of reality? Time feels like the most obvious thing in the universe. We wake up, live our day, go to sleep, clocks tick, days pass. But what is time, really? To Newton, it was absolute, a constant flow that never changed. But then Einstein came along and showed that time is relative. Time slows down near massive objects. It stretches and bends. In fact, astronauts on the International Space Station age just a little slower than people on Earth. That's not science fiction. It's science fact. So, if time is flexible, could it bend so far it turns around? Here's the key: entropy. It's a fancy word for disorder, and it explains why time only seems to go forward. You break a glass, it shatters. But you never see the pieces leap back into your hand. That's because of the second law of thermodynamics. The universe moves from order to chaos. This one-way trip is what we call the arrow of time. It's not built into the laws of physics. It's a statistical effect, a game of probability on a cosmic scale. But here's the twist. The fundamental equations of physics, they don't care about direction. On a quantum level, time can flow either way. So could we do it? Could we build a machine to reverse time? Theoretically, yes. If we could reverse the motion of every particle in the universe. If we could perfectly undo the path of atoms and photons, everything would rewind. But we'd need knowledge and control at a level beyond godlike. We'd need to overcome entropy, and that breaks the rules of thermodynamics. Still, there's a loophole: quantum physics. In 2019, scientists used a quantum computer to simulate time reversal. It wasn't magic. It was a controlled algorithm that partially returned qubits to their previous state, only for a fraction of a second. But it was the first digital glimpse into reverse time. Now let's imagine the impossible. Time reverses, not just in a lab, but everywhere. Your heartbeat runs backward. You uneat your food. Your body grows younger by the second. The past becomes the future. Traffic flows in reverse. Forests unburn. Ash becomes trees. Rivers flow uphill. Tears return to eyes. Even language would reverse. Words would start at the end and end at the start. But would your mind reverse too? Would you remember your future or forget your past? Or would your consciousness collapse entirely in a backward world? This isn't just theory. In 2020, scientists detected a particle in Antarctica, a neutrino, moving the wrong way. It shot up through the Earth instead of down. The data made no sense, unless it came from a universe where time flows backwards. Was it an error? Maybe, but what if it wasn't? What if somewhere in the multiverse, time isn't a river, but a loop? Or worse, what if it's already happening here, but we're too caught in the flow to notice? Time may feel solid, but it could be the most fragile illusion in the universe. We live forward, but maybe in another timeline, we've already lived backward. And if reversing time is possible, would you go back? Would you unlive your life for a chance to undo a mistake? Think about it. And if this video made your brain hurt in the best way, hit that subscribe button. Because at Fact Boom, we break reality one mind-blowing theory at a time.